Ghanshyam and the Birds. Dharmadev had a farm, and everyone in the family had to help out with the farm work. One year, as the rice was ripening in the fields, Dharmadev sent Ghanshyam to protect the crop from birds and animals. As the rice grains ripen on the stalks, birds love to come down and feast upon them, and the cows from the village come to munch on the succulent green shoots. Ghanshyam set off for the farm with a cane in his hand. Reaching there, he saw the field was full of birds. There were sparrows and blackbirds and parrots and all kinds of other birds. There must have been 1,000 of them. Ghanshyam was perplexed. He didn't know what to do. If he shooed the birds away, then all would go hungry. But if he didn't scare them away, they would eat all the rice up, and his father would be angry. Then he had an idea. With a wave of his hand and a loud shout, all the birds froze as they were. Some were on the ground, some on stalks of rice, and some hovering in the air. But all stayed just where they were, as if they had been captured in a photograph. No blackbird cawed, no sparrow tweeted. Everywhere there was silence. Smiling happily at his work, Ghanshyam ran off to find his friends. They were playing under a huge moda tree, and Ghanshyam joined them joyfully. For many hours they played their games and climbed the tree, unmindful of the passing time. Meanwhile, Ram Pratap was on his way to the farm to see if Ghanshyam was doing his duty. Seeing his young brother playing with his friends, he shouted angrily at him. "Hey, Ghanshyam, why aren't you protecting the crops? All will be eaten by now." Ghanshyam began to sulk. "I have protected them better than you. Why don't you come with me and see?" he said, heading off for the field. When they reached the farm, Ram Pratap was astounded. Yes, there were many birds there, but they were all frozen. Some had their beaks open, caught in the middle of their song. Some had grains of rice in their beaks. Some were caught in the act of scratching in the dirt, and others just hung still in the air, as if suspended on strings. Ram Pratap scratched his head in amazement. Then he bent down to pick up a little sparrow from the ground. At that moment, Ghanshyam clapped his hands. As he did so, all the birds burst into life, tweeting and cawing loudly, and in one giant cloud they flew up into the sky and away. Ram Pratap hung his head in shame. He had forgotten that his little brother was indeed God, and held the power of life and death of all things in his hands. Ram Pratap lovingly put his arm around Ghanshyam's shoulder, and together they made their way back home.